it was popular. You know, before, you know, when it was before
and told people why you did it.
Right.
And you know what, Colin, you'll probably be standing when everybody's still sitting. You hear me?
He already a winner.
Right, he already won.
But go back to your point, your boy Jerry
Jones.
Jerry.
Now, if this wasn't the most, you know.
Boy, you do what I tell you to do, and you do as told.
Yes,
and
right. You do as I say,
hey,
or
you know what
else.
You know what, fellas? I'm gonna be frank with you though. I'm gonna be going here. I'm gonna be frank because my dog been frank
for sure.
I don't get too mad at Jerry Jones.
Is it what he know?
Well, I'm gonna break it down for you. My expectations for certain people aren't high.
Okay.
So it's hard for me to be disappointed.
Okay.
If you are Jerry Jones, how old is Jerry Jones? 70-something year old?
No, he easily 200 years old.
Easily.
Easily.
And so my thing is when you are and shout out to all my white human race family.
He's 75.
You have to understand something. He's 75 years old.
75.
You ask a lot of a white man that age to not have biased opinions and views.
Now, don't get it twisted. That don't make it right. Don't get it twisted now.
If you let me talk, I'm going to cover all bases.
Okay.
They might cover them.
If you cover all bases. Now, it don't make it right, like you said. But I understand. This is what you know. This is why you are the billionaire that you are. Because you have taken advantage of a privilege that you were born into. And if you're 75 years old and you white, you know, how do you not think like Donald Trump? How do you not think like Jerry Jones? How do you not think like my guy, Robert Kraft? How do you not think like these people? How can you not? So it comes a question
So you're saying they're a product of their environment.
They are a product of their environment.
Well,
let me give you an example.
Man, I'm going to change your environment.
No. Let me give you a prime example.
Hold up.
Let me give you a prime example.
I understand where you're coming from, but at some point in time, these men have traveled the world. They have been places. No, listen. They have been places and encountered things that many of us will never see in our lifetime. So I would like to think that they are enlightened a little more than the average 75-year-old person that was like he was around during Jim Crow. That's it just is what.
And
it is.
he benefited from it.
He benefited.
He wouldn't
from
be who
it.
he was today.
He benefited
from
it. But he has been around. He should be more enlightened at this time to say, okay, first of all, they have a constitutional right to stand near whatever. Every American citizen has that right. Because when you take away that right, you become one of these other countries. You know, it almost sounds like you're becoming a dictator. You stand for the anthem or else. You stand for the flag or else. You sound to me more like a dictator than a democratic
America
government.
was built on that. America was built on that. And the difference in between why the hyena sleeps good at night as opposed to maybe your sleep is because I don't hold them to that standard.
Okay.
Because I expect them to be exactly who they are.
Yeah.
My solicitation is to those who come after us that can make real change. I don't expect change from those that age, that era, that have benefited from their privilege. I don't expect much from him, so that's why he doesn't disappoint me. But
don't get it twisted. He doesn't disappoint me either.
But to expect for him to have money and travel the world and to change his views, we're not gonna do that. As it pertains to us. If we out, me, you, Ben Frank, we can be out in let's say Iowa.
Okay.
We hear gunshots. We don't stand up and say, "Hey, guy, what's going on?" We get low and we run.
For sure.
That's just what we used to doing.
Right.
You been on Beale Street?
Right.
You know what a Beale Street stampede is?
Yeah.
You know what the stampede is, but you don't ever know what the cause is until you tune in to the news the next day.
Right.
And you're thankful that you made it to see the news, but you run and you find out what's going on later.
That's right.
That's instinctive. That's just something that we just used to.
Right.
So I don't expect him to even be able to relate to us. I don't even expect him, and I don't think that he's a evil bastard. It doesn't make it okay, but he's an absolute.
So let me ask you this: do you think that this whole patriotism thing is really being used as an excuse? It is more about control than patriotism.
Well, if you look at what they've been saying, is that it wasn't even a recommendation that the anthem be played at one point, let alone players participating in it.
I know at one point the players weren't even on the field when the anthem was being played at one point.
Exactly. So it was marketing value. It was a means to cater to the emotions of those that are so quote unquote patriotic, for the national anthem to be played in the beginning anyway. I played football. I don't remember an anthem being played ever. We never played the anthem before a high school game or a college game.
You were on the field in college though, right?
But they never played the anthem. Never. It was nothing. It's just now coming up to my mindset here today. Now, I'm 17 years removed, going on 18 years removed from college, but we never played the anthem before a game.
I'm trying to think.
If we did, we were so deep up in the locker room that we didn't know.
Right.
We didn't know.
And I think that's it. Because I don't think college players are on the field now when the anthem is being played. So you might just not it might have been played, but like you said, you were so deep in the locker room and you were so focused on what you were there to do at that time.
I want somebody to help us with that, because I don't even believe it was played, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. I could be wrong, but I don't believe it.
If you'd like to hear a topic on the Barber's Chair podcast, you can reach us by email at thebarberchair2017@yahoo.com or reach out to us on Facebook at the Barber's Chair Podcast.
The Barbershop Podcast is going into its fourth and final segment. I like to call this segment Crime and Punishment. And that's basically where I give the criminal and a little reference of a little snippet of what he did. And I let Ben Frank and Radio Hyena do what they do best. They serve as judge, jury, and executioner in this segment. So with that being said, let's get to it. We got a guy in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He robbed a fast food restaurant. I'm not going to say the name because they don't sponsor us. He robs a fast food restaurant in which he at one time worked there. He holds a gun to one of the workers' heads, demands money. He even pulled the hammer back.
10 years off the top.
So the workers recognized him by his voice and I guess by his face, by his facial structure. And he had a mask on and it had holes in it, I guess. Anyway, they recognized him. And I'm going to read to you what this article says, what this reporter says. This is a quote. "Cleveland, is that you?" The report said one of the victims asked the suspect during the robbery. Any idea what this guy replied? He says, quote, "No, it's not me."
5 years out the gate. Minimum. Minimum.
So not for the robbery.
Minimum.
Off GP.
5 years. Minimum. Minimum.
Damn. I mean, you got to think
That's
about
at the gate, though. He ain't through. That's at the gate.
Well,
So after hey, Ben Frank, after he served those five, he got to do them.
Day for day.
After a day for day.
Now
After the five.
Now, I may not say day for day,
Okay.
but you're sentenced to 5.
Okay.
So whether you do 2 and 3 on paper or what, or you do 3 and 2,
Okay.
and you carry the 1, however you want to do the math.
Yeah.
That ain't my part. I'm not a mathematician. I'm a judge.
Okay.
So after he serves his sentence or whatever, can he go back to being just a regular civilian, or is there probation? Is there any other type of punishment?
It's just it's 5 just because he answered the question.
Right.
Damn.
No, it's not me.
Basically,
You
implicating
get
himself.
You get 5 years because that's like saying. It's like saying, no, it's not me. Like that, exactly what he did. That's exactly what it's like he did.
Well, I feel like sometimes there should be a dumb law and things. You should get, like you said, a minimum of 2 to 3 years just for being stupid. And this right here. One, you went back to a place where you worked as if no one would recognize you.
Where you work.
I mean, your body language, facial features. People pay attention to a lot of things that you think they don't.
He probably wore his work uniform. He probably came in there with his uniform.
Right.
With his work uniform. And then they say, is that you? No, it's not me.
It reminds me
like
of...
they ain't going to recognize your voice either.
Right. Remember White Men Can't Jump? And the guy goes in, Raymond. He goes in to rob him. He goes, Raymond, is that you? And he changes his voice. No, this ain't Raymond. I mean, it's almost the same. It is the same thing, actually. So
he probably didn't change his voice. He probably had his ID in his pocket. Probably dropped his ID and everything.
Yeah, he walked in. It may have been a day off.
Yeah, they knew it was him.
They knew it.
Then he knew where everything was.
Right.
He walked in, moving stuff out the way.
Right. I know where the safe is.
Know where y'all keep the mop bucket? Why y'all keep the mop bucket in front of the cash register?
Right. Hyena.
Well,
you over there pondering?
I'm not gonna give him 5. I'm gonna give him 2. He need to serve every day of it. And
day for day.
I want to borrow a technique from the country of Singapore where they cane people. I want him caned in Memphis in May. In between every act, at least 2 to 3.
What about the barbecue judging contest?
I want him caned publicly.
Damn.
I want him caned publicly.
Doing the Memphis in May Music Fest.
Exactly. Doing the Memphis in May Music Fest.
Every time the beat drop.
Every time the beat drop and everybody stop gangster walking, I want him caned. I want him to do 2 years before that.
Okay.
And after the caning, I want him to physically have to pick up all debris on Beale Street.
Damn.
For another 12 months.
Every day?
Every day. Every day.
Damn.
That need to be his life.
I'll take the 5 years.
Every day.
But see, that's the point. That's the point.
Yeah. That's the problem.
The point is to make prison and to make jail a punishment.
Think about it. And he just said, this a free man said, well, I'd rather take prison. That means we got a problem with our prison system.
Message.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
If we got,
hey man, but you think about all the stuff you see on Beale Street after a night on. Come on now, it's some grimy.
You got somebody said, man, I'd rather do 5 years.
It's some grimy. I mean, you got trash, vomit, urine, empty rubbers. I mean, all of this is on Beale Street.
And after you leave Beale Street, travel them down and make them go do it on Bourbon.
Damn,
that's really
so you gonna ship them 5 hours,
man.
You gonna ship them?
Taxpayers gonna pay for that?
Get it up.
It probably be cheap.
No. Hell no.
Who's gonna pay for that?
We'll have to figure something out.
We're going to megabus of $16.
Have a megabus designed strictly for the transportation of prisoners.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that. This dude, man. When I first heard the story, I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" I didn't think. I thought it was a joke, actually, but you know, we got there's no such thing as a smart criminal, I guess.
But at the end of the day, he getting 5 out the gate.
For sure.
Just because he answered the question.
Okay, so what does he actually get for the crime itself?
We're gonna drop 7.
5 is the principal.
We're gonna
drop the principal.
We're gonna drop 7 out there.
Right.
And he can get out in 3. He can get out in 3 and a possible, 3 and 4.
Yeah.
You know, somewhere up in there. He can get out. You know.
Yeah.
But we gonna give him 7. He doing 3.5, 3 and some change on paper because we're going to have to watch him because when you answering questions, did you rob me? No, sir. Right. All right. When you answering questions like that, then there's a fundamental issue.
Then you get 7 because you probably got some folks kin to you that think like you.
Yeah.
So we're going to make an example out of you.
You may have created another you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's the only problem with dumb people shouldn't be able to procreate because they create another dumb.
Yeah. Because when you get an old dummy and a young dummy.
Two damn dummies.
Two dummies.
Yes, sir.
That's a lot going on.
That is.
That's a lot of stupidity.